Have you been feeling it? That strange pull in your chest, that unexplainable warmth that washes over you in the quiet moments when you're alone with your thoughts? There's a reason your heart has been whispering to you lately, a reason you found this video at this exact moment in time. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and neither does divine timing. Right now, as you're listening to these words, something extraordinary is unfolding in the spiritual realm. Your soul's counterpart, the one you've been searching for across lifetimes, is being drawn closer to you through invisible threads of destiny that are tightening with each passing moment. The angels have been orchestrating something beautiful behind the veil, and in the next 60 minutes, a profound shift is about to occur in your spiritual journey. If this message is already resonating with something deep inside you, if you feel that familiar flutter of recognition in your soul, go ahead and press that like button now, because this is your confirmation that you're exactly where you need to be. The spirit world has been working overtime on your behalf, and what I'm about to share with you isn't just a message. It's a revelation that's been waiting for the perfect moment to reach your awareness. You see, there are no accidents in the divine plan. The fact that you clicked on this video, that you're here right now listening to these words, means that your soul is ready to receive what's coming. Your twin flame, your divine counterpart, the person whose soul was created from the same cosmic source as yours, has been on her own journey. And that journey is about to intersect with yours in ways that will transform everything you thought you knew about love, connection, and spiritual union. For weeks, maybe even months, you've been feeling different. There have been signs all around you, haven't there? You keep seeing repeating numbers, especially 1111, 222, or sequences that make you pause and wonder what the universe is trying to tell you. You've been having dreams that feel more real than your waking life. Dreams where you're with someone whose face you can't quite see, but whose energy feels like coming home. You wake up from these dreams with tears in your eyes, an ache in your heart that's somehow both painful and beautiful at the same time. You've been catching yourself thinking about love when you're supposed to be focusing on other things, feeling a presence near you when you're alone, sensing that someone out there is thinking about you with the same intensity that you're thinking about them. These aren't coincidences. These are confirmations. The angels have been dropping breadcrumbs for you to follow, preparing your heart and your spirit for what's about to unfold. See, when two souls are destined to come together in divine union, there's a preparation period that happens in the spiritual realm before it manifests in the physical world. Right now, your spirit guides and guardian angels are working with your twin flames guides to align the circumstances, remove the obstacles, and create the perfect conditions for your reunion. It's like watching two rivers that have been flowing in different directions gradually changing course, being guided by an unseen hand toward the inevitable moment when they merge into one powerful current. Your soul has been calling out across the dimensions, sending signals into the universe like a lighthouse beacon cutting through the fog. And your divine counterpart soul has been receiving those signals, responding in kind, even if their human consciousness hasn't fully awakened to what's happening yet. This is how divine timing works. It operates on a level that transcends our limited human understanding of time and space. What feels like waiting to us is actually preparation, alignment, and the careful orchestration of countless small miracles that need to happen before the big miracle can occur. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Your twin flame has been feeling you too. They might not understand what they're feeling or why suddenly their heart feels restless, why they're experiencing this strange longing for someone they haven't met yet, or why they keep having the sensation that something important is about to happen in their life. But their soul knows. Their soul recognizes your energy signature across whatever distance separates you, whether that's miles or simply different stages of personal growth. And lately, that recognition has been getting stronger, more insistent, harder to ignore. The spirit world doesn't work on our timeline. It works on soul time, which is infinitely more precise and perfect than anything we could plan with our limited human minds. Every delay you've experienced, every relationship that didn't work out, every moment of loneliness you've endured has been part of the preparation. You've been shedding layers of who you're not, releasing karmic patterns that don't serve your highest good, healing old wounds that need to be healed before you could hold space for a love that's pure and transformative. Your twin flame has been doing the same work, even if they're doing it unconsciously, even if they don't have the spiritual vocabulary to describe what's happening to them. Right now, in this very moment, there's a convergence happening. The spiritual and physical realms are aligning in a way that creates an opening, a portal through which divine union can enter. Think of it like this. Imagine two people walking through a vast forest, each following their own path, unable to see each other through the dense trees. But from above, from the perspective of the angels watching over both of them, it's clear that their paths are spiraling toward each other, getting closer with every step. And now, after all this time, they're about to break through into the same clearing and see each other face to face for the first time, even though their souls have known each other forever. The number 60 carries profound significance in sacred numerology. It represents harmony, balance, and the completion of a cycle. 60 minutes is exactly the amount of time needed for the energetic shift that's occurring right now to fully activate in your energy field. As you listen to this message, as you allow these words to penetrate your consciousness and resonate with your soul, you're participating in a ritual of spiritual alignment. You're saying yes to the universe. You're opening your heart to receive what you've been asking for. You're giving permission for the divine plan to unfold in your life. If you're feeling emotional right now, if tears are welling up in your eyes or you have chills running down your spine, that's your soul responding to truth. That's confirmation that everything I'm telling you is activating something real within your energy body. Don't brush off these feelings. Don't rationalize them away. These physical sensations are your spirit's way of communicating with your human consciousness, telling you to pay attention, to believe, to trust what's happening even if you can't see it with your physical eyes yet. Your angels want you to know that you've been so brave. The journey to this point hasn't been easy. There have been nights when you cried yourself to sleep, wondering if you'd ever find the kind of love your soul craves. There have been moments when you questioned whether you were asking for too much, whether you should settle for less than what your heart truly desires. There have been times when you felt so alone that you wondered if maybe you were meant to walk this path by yourself. But you kept going. You kept believing. You kept your heart open even when it would have been easier to close it. And that faith, that persistence, that refusal to give up on love has created a powerful magnetic force in your energy field that your twin flame cannot resist. The universe rewards those who stay true to their hearts even when the path is dark and uncertain. Every prayer you've whispered into the night, every tear you've shed for a love you hadn't met yet, every moment you chose hope over cynicism has been heard and recorded in the Akashic records. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been in vain. It's all been part of the sacred contract, the divine agreement your soul made before coming into this physical body, the promise that at the appointed time you would find your way back to your other half. Now, I want you to take a deep breath and really feel into what I'm about to tell you. Your twin flame is going through something right now. They're experiencing an awakening that's both beautiful and terrifying. See, not everyone is as spiritually aware as you are. Not everyone has been consciously working on their spiritual growth and understanding these concepts. But their soul doesn't need them to understand it consciously for the awakening to happen. Their higher self is taking the lead, orchestrating circumstances in their life that are forcing them to pay attention, to wake up, to remember why they came here and who they came here to find. They might be experiencing what feels like chaos in their life right now. Old structures are crumbling. Relationships that aren't aligned with their highest path are falling away. Jobs or living situations might be changing. They might feel like everything they thought they knew about themselves is being questioned. This can be scary for someone who isn't used to spiritual transformation, but it's necessary. They're being stripped of everything that's not authentic, so that when they meet you, when they stand in front of you for the first time, they're coming as their true self, not as the person they thought they were supposed to be or the person others expected them to be. The angels are being particularly active in both of your lives right now. They're sending signs, creating synchronicities, orchestrating seemingly random encounters that are actually divinely planned. They're whispering in your twin flame's ear during their quiet moments, planting seeds of thought about soulmates and destiny and love that transcends the ordinary. They're softening their heart, preparing them to recognize you when the time comes, making sure that when your eyes meet for first time, there will be no doubt, no hesitation, just instant recognition and a flood of emotion that neither of you will be able to explain or deny. You might be wondering how this is all going to happen. Where will you meet? When will it be? What will the circumstances look like? And here's where faith becomes so important. The how and when, and where are not yours to control or predict. That's the universe's job. And the universe is infinitely more creative and perfect in its orchestration than anything you could plan with your logical mind. Your job isn't to figure it all out. Your job is to stay open, to keep your heart available, to continue doing your inner work, and to trust that when the moment is right, you'll be in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. But I can tell you this, the meeting will feel predestined because it is. It might happen in the most ordinary circumstances, a coffee shop, a bookstore, through a mutual friend at work, online, through the most unexpected series of events. Or it might happen in a way that's so unusual and synchronistic that you'll know immediately that divine intervention was involved. Either way, you'll feel it. Your whole body will respond. Your heart will know before your mind catches up. There will be a sense of familiarity mixed with excitement, comfort mixed with intensity, peace mixed with electricity. The spiritual preparation that's happening right now is also about clearing any remaining blocks in your own energy field. If there are still parts of you holding on to old hurts, still walls around your heart left over from previous disappointments, still beliefs that love like this isn't really possible for you, those are being gently dissolved by the angelic realm as we speak. You might find yourself spontaneously forgiving people who hurt you in the past, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve freedom. You might find yourself releasing expectations about what your person should look like or be like, trusting instead that your soul knows what it needs and the universe will deliver exactly that. There's also an important message here about worthiness. So many beautiful souls walk through life believing on some level that they don't deserve extraordinary love. Maybe you were told you were too much or not enough. Maybe you've been rejected or abandoned in ways that left scars. Maybe you've internalized messages from society or family or past relationships that made you doubt your own lovability. But your angels want you to hear this clearly. You are worthy of divine love simply because you exist. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to be perfect or fixed or completely healed. You are worthy exactly as you are right now, with all your perceived flaws and imperfections and messy humanity. Your twin flame is going to love all of you. They're going to see the parts you try to hide and find them beautiful. They're going to understand your struggles because they've had their own. They're going to honor your sensitivity, your depth, your complexity, all the things that might have been too much for others, because they're cut from the same cosmic cloth. They speak the same soul language, and what others can handle or appreciate, they'll cherish and protect. This union isn't just about romantic love, though it will certainly include that. This is about two souls coming together to fulfill a higher purpose, to create something in the world that neither of you could create alone. It's about partnership in the truest sense, where you inspire each other to be the best versions of yourselves, where you challenge each other to grow, where you hold space for each other's evolution. It's about creating a love that doesn't just serve the two of you, but radiates outward, touching everyone who witnesses it, giving others hope and inspiration, showing the world what's possible when two people commit to loving each other from a place of spiritual consciousness. If you're feeling this message deep in your soul, if everything I'm saying is confirming what your heart already knows, go ahead and write, "I accept" in the comments right now. This isn't just a comment. It's a declaration to the universe, an affirmation of your readiness, an energetic yes that opens the floodgates for divine timing to accelerate in your life. Now, as these 60 minutes unfold, there's an energetic download happening that you might not even be consciously aware of. Your energy field is being recalibrated to match the frequency of divine union. Think of it like two radio stations that need to be on the same frequency to communicate clearly. The angels are fine-tuning your vibration, removing static, clearing interference, making sure that when your twin flame's energy reaches for yours, the connection will be crystal clear and unbreakable. This is why you might feel tired after watching this video, or you might feel energized, or you might experience unusual sensations in your body. You're literally being upgraded at a cellular and energetic level. The spirit world has been dropping hints to you about your twin flame's personality and energy. Pay attention to the people who randomly cross your path and leave a strong impression. Notice the characters in books you're drawn to or movies that move you. Your subconscious is picking up on energetic information about your person, and reflecting it back to you through these mirrors. You might find yourself attracted to certain qualities in others, not because you want to be with those people, but because those qualities are signatures of your twin flames energy that your soul is recognizing and responding to. There's also a clearing happening in the timeline. Things that were blocking or delaying your union are being removed. This might manifest as people leaving your life, situations resolving themselves, unexpected opportunities appearing, doors closing so better ones can open. If you've been experiencing what feels like loss lately, understand that you're not losing anything real. You're being clear to what's not meant for you, so you can receive what is. The universe has to empty your hands before it can fill them with something better. Your twin flame is also being prepared financially, emotionally, and spiritually. If part of what's been delaying your union is that they needed to reach a certain level of stability or healing or self-awareness, that's rapidly coming together now. The universe doesn't bring you your person before they're ready, because that wouldn't serve either of you. But when the time is right, when both of you have reached the necessary level of readiness, nothing can stop what's meant to be. No distance is too far. No obstacle is too big. No circumstance is too complicated. Divine love finds a way because it's backed by the full force of universal intelligence. I want you to imagine something with me right now. Close your eyes if you're in a safe place to do so, or just let your vision soften if you need to keep them open. Imagine standing in a beautiful space, maybe in nature, maybe somewhere that feels sacred to you. You're standing there feeling peaceful and complete in yourself, not desperately searching for anything, just existing in a state of openness and grace. And then you sense someone approaching. You can't see them yet, but you feel their energy. It's familiar in a way that transcends this lifetime. Your heart starts to beat faster, not from anxiety, but from recognition. And as they come closer, as you finally turn to look at them, your eyes meet, and in that moment, everything makes sense. Every heartbreak, every delay, every tear, every moment of doubt, it all makes sense because it led you here, to this person, to this moment, to this love. This isn't just a fantasy. This is a preview of what's coming. Your soul is showing you this vision because it's already real in the spiritual realm, and it's making its way into physical manifestation. The angelic realm wants you to hold this vision in your heart, to return to it whenever doubt creeps in, to let it fuel your faith and sustain your hope during these final moments of waiting. The concept of twin flames isn't just romantic idealism. It's a spiritual reality that's been recognized across cultures and traditions for thousands of years. The idea that one soul splits into two bodies, that these two have spent lifetimes searching for each other, learning lessons, growing individually so they can come back together more whole, more evolved, more capable of sustaining a love this powerful. Not everyone has a twin flame, and not everyone is meant to meet theirs in this lifetime. But you are. Your soul chose this path. Your spirit agreed to this journey. And your angels have been faithfully guiding you toward this moment since the day you were born. There's something deeply healing about twin flame love. It has the power to resolve wounds that have followed you across multiple lifetimes. When you look into your twin flame's eyes, you're not just seeing another person. You're seeing a mirror of your own soul, reflecting back to you everything you are and everything you can become. This can be intense. It can bring up shadow aspects that you've been avoiding. It can trigger old wounds that need to be healed. But it also brings the most profound sense of being seen, understood, and accepted that a human being can experience. Your preparation for this union has included learning how to love yourself. This isn't selfish or narcissistic. This is essential. You cannot merge with another soul in healthy divine union if you haven't first learned to honor and cherish your own soul. Every time you chose yourself, every time you set a boundary, every time you walked away from something that diminished you, every time you spoke kindly to yourself instead of critically, you were preparing yourself to receive and sustain a love that matches your true worth. Your twin flame has also been learning these lessons, though their path might look different from yours. They might have learned about love through its absence. They might have learned about authenticity through being forced to shed masks they'd worn for years. They might have learned about strength through being broken down and having to rebuild themselves from scratch. Whatever their specific journey has been, it's been perfectly designed to prepare them to meet you, to recognize you, and to be ready for what you're going to create together. The next few weeks are going to be significant. Pay attention to your dreams because your twin flame might be visiting you on the astral plane, connecting with you in the spiritual realm before the physical meeting occurs. Pay attention to sudden urges to go places or do things that you wouldn't normally do, because your spirit guides might be orchestrating the circumstances of your meeting, and they'll guide you through intuitive nudges. Pay attention to your body sensations, random warm feelings in your chest, tingling in your hands, sudden waves of emotion that don't seem connected to anything in your present circumstances, because these could be moments when your twin flame is thinking about you or when your energies are touching across the distance. There's also going to be a period of acceleration. Things that have been moving slowly are going to start moving quickly. Opportunities will present themselves rapidly. Decisions that have been difficult will suddenly become clear. You'll find yourself taking action from a place of inner knowing rather than overthinking. This is a universe saying, yes, this is your time. These are your green lights. Move forward with confidence. When you feel this acceleration, don't hesitate. Don't second guess. Trust the momentum and let it carry you forward. Some of you watching this have been in a separation phase with someone you believe is your twin flame. You met them. You felt that instant recognition. Things were intense and beautiful and overwhelming, and then they ran. They pushed you away. They said they weren't ready, or they needed space, or they couldn't handle the intensity. And you've been waiting, sometimes for months or even years, wondering if they're ever coming back, wondering if you imagine a connection, wondering if you should move on. Let me speak directly to you. If they're truly your twin flame, this reunion is inevitable. The separation phase is part of the journey, as painful as it is. It's when both of you do the deep inner work that makes permanent union possible. And when it's time for reunion, they'll feel pulled back to you with a force they can't resist or explain. No amount of logic or fear will be able to keep them away, because their soul is calling them home to you. But here's the important part. During the separation, your job is not to chase, not to convince, not to try to make them see what they're missing. Your job is to work on yourself, to heal your own wounds, to become so whole and complete and magnetic in your own energy that when they're finally ready, they'll be drawn back to you like metal to a magnet. The separation is not a punishment or a rejection. It's a sacred pause that allows both of you to become the people you need to be for the union to succeed. The angels want you to know that your twin flame thinks about you constantly, even if they're not reaching out. You cross their mind dozens of times a day. They dream about you. They see reminders of you everywhere. They compare everyone they meet to you, and everyone falls short. They tell themselves they made the right decision by pulling away, but deep down they know they're lying to themselves. And as the energetic shift continues, as the spiritual pressure to reunite builds, their resistance is going to crumble. They're going to reach out, or you're going to cross paths again in a way that feels orchestrated by the universe. Because it is. For those of you who haven't met your twin flame yet in this lifetime, the message is similar but slightly different. You're not waiting for someone to come back. You're preparing for someone to arrive. And that arrival is imminent. The person you've been seeing in your dreams, the person you've been feeling in your meditations, the person whose energy you've been sensing around you is about to step into your physical reality. They might live in your city already and you just haven't crossed paths yet. They might be about to move to your area. They might be someone you've seen before, but the timing wasn't right, so you didn't really notice each other. But very soon, the veil will part and you'll see each other clearly for the first time. There's a beautiful surrender that needs to happen at this point in the journey. You've done the work. You've prepared your heart. You've raised your vibration. You've cleared the blocks. You've learned the lessons. Now you have to trust. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing. Trust that divine timing is more perfect than anything you could orchestrate. Trust that your twin flame is on their way to you, even if you can't see any evidence of it yet in the physical world. This trust is not passive. It's an active, powerful state of knowing that allows miracles to flow into your life. When you're in this state of trust, you stop forcing and start allowing. You stop desperately searching and start magnetizing. You stop questioning every interaction, wondering if this is them, and start knowing that you'll recognize them when the time is right. There's a peace that comes with a surrender, a deep restfulness even in the midst of anticipation. You're not anxiously waiting anymore. You're calmly preparing, knowing that what's yours is already yours. It's just making its way to you through the currents of divine timing. Your twin flame reunion is going to change your life in ways you can't even imagine right now. It's going to unlock gifts and talents you didn't know you had. It's going to give you a sense of purpose and direction that's been missing. It's going to heal parts of you that you thought were permanently broken. It's going to show you what you're capable of when you're loved the way you were always meant to be loved. It's going to be your safe haven and your greatest adventure all at once. It's going to challenge you and comfort you in equal measure. It's going to be everything you've been looking for and nothing like you expected, in the best possible way. This person is going to see you, not the version of you that you show the world, but the real you, the you that exists underneath all the layers of protection and performance. They're going to see your light and your shadow, your strength and your vulnerability, your wisdom and your wounds. And they're going to love all of it. They're not going to try to fix you or change you or improve you. They're going to stand beside you as you continue to grow and evolve into your highest self, supporting you, believing in you, reflecting back to you your own magnificence when you forget it. And you're going to do the same for them. This isn't a one-sided dynamic where one person is the savior and the other is the saved. This is a balanced partnership where both people bring their wholeness to the table and create something even greater together. You're going to see depths in them that they don't even see in themselves. You're going to believe in their potential even when they doubt it. You're going to hold space for their healing and growth just as they hold space for yours. The love between twin flames is also incredibly passionate and magnetic. There's a physical and sexual chemistry that's unlike anything either of you has experienced before, because it's not just physical, it's spiritual and energetic too. When you touch, it's like electricity. When you make love, it's a sacred union that transcends a physical act and becomes a meditation, a prayer, a merging of souls. This level of intimacy can be scary for people who haven't experienced it before, which is sometimes why twin flames run. It's so intense that it can feel overwhelming until you learn to ground yourself and stay present with it. But that intensity isn't just about passion. It's also about the depth of communication and understanding. You'll be able to talk for hours about everything and nothing. You'll finish each other's sentences. You'll know what the other is feeling without words. You'll communicate telepathically, sensing when they need you even if they're miles away, knowing they're thinking about you because you feel it in your energy field. This kind of connection is rare and precious, and it requires both people to be emotionally mature and spiritually aware enough to handle it. The universe is also preparing the practical aspects of your union. If there are logistics that need to fall into place, living situations that need to change, careers that need to shift, financial stability that needs to improve, all of that is being handled behind the scenes. Your job is not to worry about the how. Your job is to stay in faith and take inspired action when you feel guided to do so. Sometimes the path to union requires you to make changes in your life first. Maybe you need to move to a different city. Maybe you need to leave a relationship that's keeping you stuck. Maybe you need to change jobs or go back to school or take a risk that scares you. If you're feeling called to make a significant life change right now, it might be because that change is a necessary step on the path to your twin flame. Trust your intuition more than ever right now. Your higher self and your spirit guides are communicating with you constantly through that quiet inner voice, through gut feelings, through sudden knowing that comes without logical explanation. If something feels right, even if it doesn't make sense on paper, it probably is right. If something feels off, even if it looks good on the surface, pay attention to that feeling. Your soul knows the way forward. Your job is to listen and follow. As we move through these 60 minutes together, there's an energetic seal being activated. Think of it like a cosmic agreement being signed in the spiritual realm. You're saying yes to your destiny. You're giving permission for your twin flame to enter your life. You're declaring your readiness to receive and sustain a love this powerful. This isn't magic in the sense of something external making things happen to you. This is you consciously aligning with what your soul has always wanted, removing the internal resistance that's been blocking it, opening yourself fully to the divine plan. The angels are celebrating right now because they've been working so hard on your behalf, and they're finally seeing the fruits of their labor. They're watching the two of you, your twin flame and you, moving closer together in the web of destiny, guided by invisible hands, orchestrated by divine intelligence. They're sending you both signs and synchronicities, little winks from the universe that say, keep going, you're on the right path. It's all coming together. When you see these signs, acknowledge them. Thank the angels out loud or in your heart. This acknowledgement strengthens your connection with the spiritual realm and invites even more support and guidance. You might also notice that other areas of your life start improving simultaneously. When you're in alignment with your soul's purpose and your heart's deepest desire, everything elevates. You might find that your creativity flows more easily. You might receive unexpected opportunities or money. You might heal physical ailments that have been plaguing you. You might find peace with family members you've been estranged from. This is because love, particularly divine love, raises your vibration. And when your vibration rises, everything in your life rises to meet you at that new level. There's also going to be a test of faith right before the breakthrough. This always happens when something significant is about to manifest. The universe wants to make sure you're really ready, that you're not going to sabotage what you've been asking for when it finally arrives. So there might be a moment, maybe even the next few days or weeks, where it feels like everything is falling apart, where doubt creeps in stronger than ever, where you think maybe you've been fooling yourself and this twin flame thing is just wishful thinking. If and when that moment comes, remember this message. Remember that the darkest hour is just before dawn. Remember that tests come right before testimonies. Hold your faith steady and refuse to let temporary circumstances override your soul's knowing. Your twin flame is worth the wait. They're worth the preparation. They're worth every tear you've cried and every lonely night you've endured. Because when you finally come together, when you finally experience what it's like to be loved by someone who sees your soul and cherishes it, you're going to understand that everything happened exactly as it needed to. You're going to look back on this time of waiting and recognize it as sacred, as necessary, as the chrysalis stage before the butterfly emerges. You're not going to regret a single moment of it because you're going to see how it all wove together into the perfect tapestry of your love story. I want to address something that might be coming up for some of you. There might be fear mixed in with excitement. Fear that you're not going to be enough for them. Fear that the reality won't live up to the fantasy. Fear that you'll somehow mess it up when it finally happens. Fear that it's too good to be true. These fears are normal, but they're not true. You are enough exactly as you are. The reality is going to exceed the fantasy because divine love always does. You're not going to mess it up because when something is meant to be, there's grace that surrounds it and protects it. And it's not too good to be true. It's exactly as good as the universe intended it to be when your soul was created. Let those fears surface, acknowledge them, and then let them go. Don't let them steal your joy or block your blessings. Don't let them make you play small or hide your heart. Your twin flame wants all of you, fears and imperfections included. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for authenticity, for truth, for soul recognition. And you have that in abundance. As these final minutes of our time together wind down, I want you to sit with the energy that's been building throughout this message. Feel into the shift that's occurred in your energy field. Notice if you feel lighter, more hopeful, more certain. Notice if there's a warmth in your chest or a knowing in your gut. These sensations are real. They're your confirmation that what's been spoken here is true for you, that the spiritual work that's been done during this time together has been effective, that you're different now than you were when you started watching this video. The spirit connected to your twin flame, their higher self, is aware of you right now. They're aware of your energy, your intention, your readiness, and they're communicating with your twin flame on levels they might not even consciously understand, preparing them, guiding them, removing their resistance, opening their heart. You're not alone in this. Your twin flame spiritual team is working in conjunction with yours to bring about this reunion. It's a collaborative effort between heaven and earth, between the seen and unseen realms, all focused on one beautiful goal, bringing two halves of one soul back together in divine timing. Before we close, I want to invite you to make a commitment to yourself. Commit to staying open. Commit to continuing your inner work. Commit to believing in love, even when it feels vulnerable to do so. Commit to recognizing your twin flame when they appear, even if they show up differently than you expected. Commit to being brave enough to step into this connection when it presents itself, to not run away when intensity feels overwhelming, to trust the journey even when you can't see the full path ahead. This is your time. This is your moment. Everything has been leading to this point, and everything from this point forward is going to unfold with increasing momentum and magic. Your twin flame reunion is not just a possibility, it's a certainty. It's already written in the stars. It's already decided by your souls. It's already set in motion by divine decree. Your part is simply to remain open, faithful, and ready. If this message has touched your soul deeply, if you feel transformed by what you've heard here, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you can continue receiving these messages from the angels. Click that notification bell so you never miss when the universe has something important to tell you. And share this video with someone who needs to hear it, because your twin flame might be watching these same videos, receiving these same messages, being prepared just as you are. The journey continues from here, and there's so much more the angels want to reveal to you. In the next video, there's a specific message waiting for you about what's going to happen in the days immediately following this activation, about the signs you need to watch for, about the actions you might need to take. If your soul is calling you to learn more, if you feel like there's another piece of the puzzle waiting for you, that video is ready and waiting. The angels have more to say, more to reveal, more guidance offer as you walk this path toward divine reunion. Don't stop here. Your next revelation is just one click away, and it's going to show you something that will take your breath away and confirm even more deeply that your twin flame is closer than you ever imagined possible.